It's my feel-good breakfast show.
Welcome back. You are live with Expresso and your timing is just perfect. Time to meet this morning's performer. Really excited about this one. Raised in South Africa's playground of Durban, he has been all over the country throughout his life, and I think it colours his music. Singer and songwriter Bob Ele has moved to the mother city to spread his wings, if you will, and share his beautiful indie synth and modern pop sounds with the world, and I think the world is going to embrace it. He's joining Expresso as our performer this morning. But before we get to know this young man, let's hear just a taste of one of his latest singles, Flowers in Your Hair.
Everything inside me wants to spill. I'll bite my tongue today. But this is how to comprehend. I don't really understand. Why do I always feel so sad? I just need to be a man.
It's so cute. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, a warm Expresso welcome for Mr. Bob Ele.
Bobby, I mean, your music, first of all, sounds amazing, but the energy is just so electric. You want to just like sit there and watch what's going on, or just sit there and jam to whatever you're hearing.
Amazing.
It's incredible.
First of all, how are you, dude? As a performer, I feel we've got to ask, after what we've all collectively experienced, this crazy 18 months that we've been through, how are you doing?
Yo, can I swear on TV?
Cry. You can cry. I'm a virus.
Please
I'm joking. I'm joking. Yo, it's been hectic. So I just moved to Cape Town from Joburg, and it's been rough because I got here hoping to kind of weave my way into the music industry again. And
Gig.
And then COVID, and then lockdown, and then I was like, flip, I need a job, I need to pay rent.
Yeah, man.
Did you get a job?
So, yeah, it's a long story, but should I
Get
go
into
into
it, man. Get into it, bro.
So, Carla Elizabeth, the lady on the music video, my girlfriend, we came to shoot a music video for the first single that I released, Elizabeth.
Yeah.
And we happened to pop out into a cafe called Pauline's in Sea Point, and sat down. Dude named Roland was working the machine at the time, and he just brought us coffees, like immediately, with some sparkling water, as they do in Sea Point.
Yeah.
Seems pretentious, but it's beautiful to receive free sparkling water. And I was just like, man, this was a really cool experience. And we're chatting about the coffee, and he was just like, you seem to know a fair amount about your coffee and the taste and all that kind of stuff. And I was like, yeah, I used to work at Origin back in 2012, which is another coffee shop
Yeah, we know it. Yeah.
Hudson Street. And then he was like, dude, we're actually looking for a full-time position. And I was just like, I would love to live in Cape Town again.
Yeah.
So I applied, and then back and forth Zooms, as we all do during this time, and I got a job.
Yeah.
So I was just like, I'm gonna move down.
Yeah.
And you're
Was
here,
meant to be,
you're here
yeah.
now. But here's the beautiful thing, is that your story is quite incredible. I mean, you've lived in Durban, you've lived in Johannesburg, and you're trying to find, I suppose, your way in music here in Cape Town. But you've not let COVID stop you. You've continued to make music. What's kept you going, and what is the sound that you've been able to discover during this time that's made Bob Ele?
It feels like everyone has been so creative,
Yeah.
despite everything.
Yeah, I mean, you look at someone like Bo Burnham, who's just like locked himself in a room, and he did that Inside thing on Netflix.
Yeah.
Like, he was like a full-time like comedian or whatever, and then, I mean, that's in America. That's a whole different story, but I don't know, I just think this time has like forced people to go like, I'm still gonna be creative. If I'm not, I'm gonna get depressed.
Yeah.
Because I think everyone's struggling with that at the moment. I mean, my mental health just hit a all-time low, especially like since I moved to Cape Town. It just went, because I was like, I'm gonna do music. I'm gonna go live the dream in my favorite city in the world. And then COVID came and lockdown came again, and I was like, yes, Cyril, give us a break, my guy. It's not his fault, shame, it's COVID. But yeah, it's been super rough. I've just found myself, actually, like when I was living in Joburg before I moved here, I was just like, I locked myself in my bedroom and I wrote like 20 songs. And I was just like, I really love the sound. And so I was actually in a band in Joburg, and the dude was just like, the dude that I was performing with was like, I can't do this. I don't trust this industry. I don't trust this COVID thing. And we had like an international deal with guys in Berlin.
Wow.
And then it just didn't happen. And I was just like, okay, start again. But I was just, I don't know, something inside me is just like, you're meant to do this, dude. Keep going. It's flipping hard.
No, you really are
did
meant
it.
to do this, and I'm so it's. There is an international flavor. There's something quite old school, and I often think to myself, do I love the songwriter or do I love the song? Because I love delving into the narrative and what I've loved, because I was listening in a very emotional state in the airport to a lot of your music last night, saying goodbye to my family, and there's content there. You can feel like the poetry of the writing is beautiful. But the songs are so comfortable and easy to listen to. There's something quite European about that funk and that beat that goes into that. But there is a particular inspiration that seems to run throughout. You mentioned a name, Carla Elizabeth, obviously features in one of the songs. Clearly a muse and someone that drives you. How cool is that to be able to incorporate that? Because it just makes the music seem so authentic.
It's so real.
Yeah, I guess I always try to write. I love writing. Like I've did a bit of poetry in school and all that kind of stuff. But I'm very inspired by what's happening in my life in like the moment. And Carla's obviously my girlfriend, and while I was living in Joburg, like she was really there for me during a lot of things that went down. And I was just super inspired to write most of my songs are about Carla, the last bunch of songs that I've written. And she's just been such an amazing support for me. Things are not easy. We are currently doing long distance. She lives in Joburg. She's still studying, so she's doing that. And I don't know what the future holds. So it is quite a hard topic to speak about.
Write another song about
But
it,
you're
bro.
living in the moment.
Write
that's
another
why.
song
Friends
about
are
it,
just
dude.
like, dude, it's great, some content. I was like, guys, I'm dying here.
Yeah,
like,
no, I
long
feel
distance
you,
is
man.
rough.
Yeah,
but
and I think a lot of people will relate to that sort of experience of people who really stuck by them during this really tough time.
Yeah.
Maybe not all of us will write songs about it, but we listen to your music and we're able to connect with that story and that ability
Totally, yeah.
to say thank you to someone for being
I
there.
think that's my goal when I write as well. Like, I hope people feel something when they listen to my music. I don't just want to write a catchy tune. I love melodies. It's like my favorite part of music. But like, if someone can relate to the lyric or the melody can move them and make them feel nostalgic or emotional, or cry or happy, like,
Job done.
zaza,
Yeah.
you know, like.
Job done, buddy. Well, you're getting it right, my friend, and you're not alone. This has been the most trying 18 months, 10 years maybe of our lives. This has really been challenging, especially for creatives. But you are using the outlet that you have to make a lot of people feel really good about life and themselves. So you keep it up. He's going to be doing that just for you and for us this morning. 3 performances coming your way. Bob Ele is not going anywhere. We're going to delve a little bit deeper into some of his new music as well, and of course give you a taste. But so good to have you here.
Let's get some coffee.
Ah, man. Please make him a coffee.
Please, can I pour some shots?
Actually, will you go and make a coffee?
I'm into it.